Imagine walking through a city where people have lived for thousands of years, where every stone beneath your feet has witnessed the rise of empires, the fall of kings, and the birth of civilizations. Some of these places are older than history itself. They have survived devastating wars, powerful earthquakes, invading armies, and the relentless march of time. Yet today, they still welcome millions of visitors from around the world. From magnificent cities carved into towering cliffs, to lost kingdoms hidden high in the mountains, from ancient temples reclaimed by dense jungles, to streets where history was written thousands of years ago, these remarkable places offer something no modern city ever could: a chance to step directly into humanity's past. But among them are cities with astonishing secrets. One was hidden from the world for centuries. Another became the heart of the greatest empire the world had ever seen. One still puzzles archaeologists with engineering so advanced that experts continue to debate how it was built. And one has remained continuously inhabited for over 3,000 years, preserving traditions that have endured across countless generations. These are not simply tourist destinations. They are living museums where every monument, every temple, every fortress, and every winding street tells a story that changed the course of human history. So, if you've ever dreamed of standing where emperors once ruled, where philosophers changed the way we think, and where ancient civilizations left behind wonders that continue to amaze the world, then join us on an unforgettable journey through 15 ancient cities you must visit before you die. Because some places don't just tell history, they are history. Throughout history, countless cities have risen from the ambitions of kings, emperors, merchants, and visionaries. Some became the birthplace of powerful civilizations. Others grew into thriving centers of culture, trade, religion, and innovation. While many have disappeared beneath the sands of time, a remarkable few have endured, preserving their stories for generations to discover. Today, these ancient cities offer far more than breathtaking architecture and spectacular ruins. They allow us to walk the same streets once traveled by pharaohs, philosophers, warriors, explorers, and pilgrims. Every temple, fortress, palace, and marketplace holds echoes of the people who shaped our world. In this documentary, we'll journey across continents to explore 15 extraordinary ancient cities that every history lover and traveler should experience at least once in a lifetime. From magnificent Roman capitals and sacred cities to hidden mountain kingdoms and civilizations carved into stone, each destination reveals a unique chapter in the story of humanity. Some will leave you speechless with their beauty. Others will astonish you with engineering that was centuries ahead of its time. And a few continue to guard mysteries that historians and archaeologists have yet to fully unravel. So, pack your curiosity and let's begin our journey through the timeless places that continue to inspire the world thousands of years after they were first built. City number 15, Jerash, Jordan, the Roman city. Frozen in time. Hidden among the rolling hills of northern Jordan lies one of the world's most remarkably preserved ancient cities. At first glance, Jerash appears almost untouched by time. Walk through its towering gates and you'll find yourself transported nearly 2,000 years into the past. Known in antiquity as Gerasa, Jerash flourished under the Roman Empire after becoming part of the Decapolis, a league of 10 influential cities that served as centers of commerce, culture, and administration throughout the Eastern Mediterranean. During the 2nd century AD, the city reached the height of its prosperity. Wealth from trade transformed Jerash into a thriving metropolis adorned with magnificent temples, grand theaters, elegant fountains, and colonnaded streets stretching as far as the eye could see. Its architecture reflected the ambition and engineering brilliance that made Rome one of history's greatest empires. One of Jerash's most iconic landmarks is the spectacular Oval Plaza, a vast public square surrounded by graceful Ionic columns. Unlike anything else in the Roman world, its unique oval design remains one of the city's defining architectural masterpieces. Just beyond the plaza stands the Temple of Artemis, dedicated to the city's patron goddess. Massive Corinthian columns still soar into the sky, reminding visitors of the grandeur that once defined this sacred sanctuary. Nearby, 2 impressive Roman theaters continue to host concerts and cultural performances, proving that even after nearly 2 millennia, Jerash remains very much alive. Although earthquakes and shifting trade routes eventually led to the city's decline, much of Jerash survived beneath layers of earth for centuries. When archaeologists began uncovering its streets and monuments, they revealed one of the finest examples of Roman urban planning ever discovered. Today, visitors can stroll along the original stone roads, admire intricate carvings that have withstood the test of time, and imagine the footsteps of merchants, soldiers, and citizens who once filled these streets with life. Jerash isn't simply an archaeological site, it's one of the closest experiences you'll ever have to walking through a living Roman city. But while Jerash reveals the remarkable reach of the Roman Empire, our next destination takes us to the very birthplace of democracy, philosophy, and Western civilization itself. Welcome to Athens, Greece. City number 14, Athens, Greece, the cradle of Western civilization. Long before modern nations emerged, there was a city whose ideas would forever change the course of human history. Perched atop a rocky hill overlooking the Aegean Sea, Athens has stood for more than 3,400 years. While many ancient cities are remembered for their military power or vast empires, Athens earned its place in history through something even more enduring: its ideas. This was the birthplace of democracy, where ordinary citizens gathered to debate laws and shape the future of their society. It was here that philosophers like Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle asked questions that continue to influence science, politics, ethics, and education to this very day. During the Golden Age of Athens in the 5th century BC, the city flourished under the leadership of Pericles. Magnificent temples, theaters, and public buildings transformed the skyline, reflecting both the wealth of the city and its commitment to art, knowledge, and civic life. Towering above it all is the Acropolis, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the most recognizable ancient landmarks on Earth. At its heart stands the Parthenon, an architectural masterpiece dedicated to the goddess Athena, whose elegant columns and remarkable proportions have inspired architects for more than 2,000 years. Yet Athens is more than its monuments. Wander through the winding streets of the historic Plaka district, discover lively cafes nestled beneath ancient ruins, or watch the sunset behind the Acropolis as the city glows in golden light. Here, the ancient and modern worlds exist side by side in remarkable harmony. Visiting Athens isn't simply about seeing extraordinary ruins. It's about standing in the place where some of humanity's greatest ideas were born. But while Athens shaped the way we think, our next destination became the heart of an empire that ruled much of the known world for centuries. Welcome to Rome, Italy.
City number 13, Rome, Italy. The Eternal City. There are cities that witnessed history, and then there is Rome, a city that made history. For more than 2,000 years, Rome has stood as one of the greatest centers of power, culture, and civilization the world has ever known. What began as a small settlement on the banks of the Tiber River grew into the capital of an empire that stretched across 3 continents, shaping the language, laws, architecture, and traditions of countless nations. At the height of its power, the Roman Empire governed more than 70 million people, connected by an extraordinary network of roads, aqueducts, and cities that transformed the ancient world. Every triumphal arch, every marble temple, and every public square reflected the ambition of a civilization determined to leave its mark on history. No monument captures that spirit better than the Colosseum. Completed nearly 2,000 years ago, this colossal amphitheater could hold over 50,000 spectators who gathered to witness gladiatorial contests, theatrical performances, and spectacular public events. Even today, its towering arches stand as one of humanity's greatest engineering achievements. Just a short walk away lies the Roman Forum, once the vibrant heart of political, commercial, and religious life. Here, senators debated the future of the empire, victorious generals celebrated their triumphs, and ordinary citizens gathered beneath magnificent temples that echoed with the voices of a civilization at its peak. Rome's story doesn't end with its ancient ruins. Wander through its cobbled streets, marvel at fountains and piazzas, discover Renaissance masterpieces, and experience a city where nearly every corner reveals another chapter of history. Few places on earth blend the ancient and the modern with such effortless beauty. Visiting Rome isn't simply about exploring remarkable monuments. It's about walking through the capital of one of the most influential civilizations ever to exist. But while Rome ruled an empire that shaped the Western world, our next destination takes us even further back to the land of the pharaohs, where colossal temples and royal tombs have stood for more than 3,000 years. Welcome to Luxor, Egypt, City number 12, Luxor, Egypt. The world's greatest open-air museum. If Rome was the heart of an empire, Luxor was the soul of an ancient civilization. Nestled along the fertile banks of the Nile River, Luxor stands on the site of ancient Thebes, the glorious capital of Egypt during the New Kingdom more than 3,000 years ago. It was from here that legendary pharaohs ruled one of the most powerful and sophisticated civilizations the world has ever known. At its height, Thebes was a city of immense wealth and spiritual importance. Towering temples, grand palaces, and sacred avenues lined the Nile, while priests, scribes, artisans, and merchants filled its bustling streets. Every monument was designed not only to honor the gods but also to proclaim the divine authority of the pharaohs. The city's most breathtaking treasure is the magnificent Karnak Temple complex, one of the largest religious sites ever built. Covering more than 200 acres, its colossal columns, towering obelisks, and intricately carved walls are a masterpiece of ancient engineering. Walking through the great hypostyle hall, surrounded by 134 gigantic sandstone columns, is an experience unlike any other on Earth. Just a short distance away stands Luxor Temple, a stunning monument illuminated beautifully at sunset, where generations of pharaohs celebrated the annual Opet festival, a grand procession that united the gods, the king, and the people. Across the Nile lies one of history's most extraordinary burial grounds, the Valley of the Kings. Hidden beneath the desert hills are more than 60 royal tombs, including the famous resting place of Tutankhamun. Behind every painted wall and secret chamber lies a story of power, belief, and humanity's timeless quest for immortality. Today, visitors can cruise the Nile at sunrise, wander among colossal statues that have watched over these lands for millennia, and stand face to face with monuments that continue to inspire wonder across the world. Luxor is more than a destination. It is a journey into the golden age of ancient Egypt. But while Luxor showcases the grandeur of Egypt's mighty pharaohs, our next destination reveals a city carved entirely into rose-red cliffs, a masterpiece hidden within the deserts of Jordan. Welcome to Petra. City number 11, Petra, Jordan. The rose-red city lost to time. Imagine a city so well hidden that, for centuries, the outside world believed it had vanished forever. Hidden deep within the rugged deserts of southern Jordan lies Petra, an extraordinary city carved directly into towering rose-red sandstone cliffs. Long before modern roads crossed these lands, this remarkable place stood at the crossroads of ancient trade routes, connecting Arabia, Egypt, and the Mediterranean. Founded more than 2,300 years ago, Petra became the magnificent capital of the Nabatean kingdom. The Nabateans were master traders and brilliant engineers who transformed an unforgiving desert into one of the wealthiest cities of the ancient world. Through an ingenious system of dams, reservoirs, and hidden water channels, they captured every precious drop of rain, allowing their civilization to flourish where few others could survive. The journey into Petra is as unforgettable as the city itself. Visitors pass through the Syke, a narrow canyon with towering rock walls rising over 80 meters above the ground. With every step, anticipation builds until, suddenly, the canyon opens to reveal Petra's most breathtaking masterpiece, the treasury, or Al-Hazna. Carved from a single sandstone cliff, its magnificent columns, intricate sculptures, and towering facade glow brilliantly beneath the changing desert light. Despite its name, the treasury was never a vault of gold. Historians believe it was most likely built as a royal tomb, yet its true purpose continues to inspire debate and fascination. But the treasury is only the beginning. Beyond it lies an entire ancient city filled with royal tombs, grand temples, a massive Roman-style theater, hidden pathways, and the awe-inspiring monastery, one of Petra's largest and most spectacular monuments, reached after climbing hundreds of stone steps through the mountains. Today, Petra remains one of the new 7 wonders of the world and a UNESCO World Heritage Site, welcoming travelers from every corner of the globe. Whether bathed in the golden glow of sunrise or illuminated by thousands of candles during Petra by night, the city feels almost otherworldly. Petra is more than an archaeological wonder. It is a testament to human ingenuity, resilience, and imagination etched forever into the living rock. But while Petra reveals the brilliance of a civilization hidden within the desert, our next destination takes us to the ceremonial heart of one of history's greatest empires, the magnificent city of Persepolis, Iran. City number 10, Persepolis, Iran. The ceremonial heart of the Persian Empire. Long before the rise of Rome, another empire stretched from the Mediterranean Sea to the borders of India, uniting dozens of cultures beneath a single crown. At the center of that extraordinary empire stood Persepolis, a city unlike any other in the ancient world. Founded around 518 BC by King Darius the Great, Persepolis was never intended to be an ordinary capital. Instead, it was built as the ceremonial heart of the mighty Achaemenid Empire, where kings welcomed ambassadors from across 3 continents and celebrated the empire's greatest festivals. Every spring, representatives from distant lands traveled here for Nowruz, the Persian New Year. They arrived bearing gifts of gold, fine textiles, precious stones, exotic animals, and rare treasures, each delegation climbing the monumental staircases that still stand today. Those staircases remain one of Persepolis's greatest masterpieces. Their walls are covered with remarkably preserved relief carvings depicting delegates from every corner of the empire, each dressed in distinctive clothing and carrying offerings that reflect the incredible diversity of the ancient Persian world. Towering above the city once stood magnificent palaces supported by forests of elegant stone columns. The Grand Apadana Palace, with its soaring audience hall, welcomed rulers and diplomats beneath beautifully carved capitals shaped like bulls, lions, and mythical creatures, symbols of royal authority and divine protection. Yet Persepolis was destined for a dramatic fate. In 330 BC, the armies of Alexander the Great captured the city. A devastating fire swept through many of its magnificent palaces, marking the symbolic end of the Persian Empire's golden age. Welcome to Ephesus, Turkey.
City number 9, Ephesus, Turkey, where the ancient world came alive. Imagine walking through a city where merchants from every corner of the ancient world once crossed paths, where philosophers exchanged ideas, and where magnificent marble streets echoed with the footsteps of thousands every single day. Welcome to Ephesus, one of the greatest cities of the ancient Mediterranean. Located along the western coast of modern-day Turkey, Ephesus flourished for centuries as a thriving port city connecting Europe and Asia. Its strategic location transformed it into a center of commerce, culture, and religion, attracting traders, scholars, artists, and travelers from across the Roman Empire. At its peak, more than 250,000 people called Ephesus home. Wide marble avenues, elegant fountains, luxurious villas, bustling marketplaces, and impressive public baths reflected the wealth of a city that never seemed to sleep. Perhaps no building captures the spirit of Ephesus more than the magnificent Library of Celsus. Completed in the 2nd century AD, its grand facade became one of the most recognizable landmarks of the Roman world. Behind its towering columns were thousands of carefully preserved scrolls, making it one of the greatest libraries of antiquity and a symbol of knowledge, learning, and discovery. Just beyond a library lies the Great Theater, an enormous amphitheater capable of seating nearly 25,000 spectators. Here, dramatic performances, political gatherings, and public celebrations brought the city together beneath the warm Mediterranean sky. Ephesus was also home to one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, the legendary Temple of Artemis. Although only a few remnants remain today, the temple was once so magnificent that visitors described it as one of humanity's greatest architectural achievements. Walking through Ephesus today feels remarkably different from visiting many other archaeological sites. The marble streets still bear the grooves left by ancient chariots, intricate mosaics decorate elegant homes, and towering columns continue to frame the city's timeless beauty. Around every corner, history feels astonishingly alive. Ephesus is more than a city of ruins. It is a window into the everyday life of one of the ancient world's greatest civilizations. But while Ephesus celebrates the brilliance of Roman urban life, our next destination reveals an entirely different wonder, a vast kingdom where thousands of sacred temples rise from the mist, creating one of the most breathtaking landscapes on Earth. Welcome to Bagan, Myanmar. That's only half the documentary. In Part 2, we dive into the other remaining cities that you must visit before you die. Expect truly world-famous destinations. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss it when it drops.